On the second day after I presented as an Omega, the Independence Day arrived. All laws yielded to alphas, granting them unrestricted hunting rights over unmated Omegas. With nowhere to hide, I pounded on Sean's door, a safe choice since he was supposedly a beta. As midnight struck, I turned to leave only to see Sean pick up rose gold handcuffs. Betas and Omegas can't work. I screamed in panic. He slowly peeled off the scent patch from his neck, unleashing the overpowering pheromones of a prime alpha that flooded my senses. Who said I was a beta? His voice dropped dangerously low. You came to me first. Sweetheart. The car radio crackled. Good evening, listeners. Tune in to FM 106.7 for exclusive Independence Day coverage. 5 minutes until the annual hunt begins. All surveillance systems, emergency lines, and networks will go dark. Alphas, lock onto your targets. My foot slammed the accelerator. The rented Lamborghini screaming at 200 miles per hour down the pitch-black highway. Dozens of headlights pursued relentlessly. Run. Hide. If caught, they'd tear me apart. 3, 2, 1. Let the games begin. Highway cameras blinked out like extinguished candles. Only my headlights cut through the suffocating darkness. I cursed the architects of this barbaric tradition for lawless hours where alphas hunted unmated Omegas with impunity. The fuel gauge dipped below half as I swerved onto an exit ramp, tires shrieking during the emergency drift. My pursuer's headlights momentarily disappeared in the rearview. This road, why did it look familiar? Sean's gated estate materialized through the darkness. I threatened him here last week for getting close to Ethan. My campus crush. The security camera recognized my license plate before I could reconsider. Would he help? Despite my harassment campaigns against him, the Davidson heir never retaliated. Not even when I'd spray-painted beta trash on his Porsche. The gates swung open autonomously. Through the wrought iron bars, I saw Sean leaning against his doorway, backlit like some damned archangel. My fingers curled around cold metal as primal terror overrode pride. Please. He watched me disintegrate, my choke please hanging between us. 4-3 excruciating heartbeats. The world stopped. Then his lips curved in a predator's smile. Save me, he said calmly, tucking his slender hands behind his back and rotating his wrists. You've presented. I know. This is so sudden. It happened 10 minutes before Independence Day. If I'd had any warning, I'd never have bothered you. Why didn't you go to Liam? Sean suddenly looked up, piercing me with his gaze. Why not run to your precious crush? I faltered. Truthfully, my feelings for Liam weren't exactly romantic, more like admiration. Plus, the man cooked like a god. 3 meals daily. Afternoon snacks included. All homemade with 0 repetition for 6 straight months. They say an alpha who masters the kitchen can't be a bad person. I fell hard for those culinary skills and launched my relentless pursuit. But Sean kept orbiting Liam like some human satellite, sparking constant jealousy. The cold wind stung my tired eyes, sending tears streaming down my face. Sean averted his gaze, his cool voice softening. Certain you want in, even knowing the consequences? Consequences? My ass was literally on the line here. Besides, only Omegas begging alphas for shelter during Independence Day risked real trouble. Once you cross an alpha's threshold, you obey every command without question. But Sean's a beta. Worst case, he makes me pretend to stop chasing Liam. I'll fake compliance, survive the day, and resume my mission tomorrow. I'll take whatever comes. Let me in. I shook the iron gate violently. Behind me, alphas spilled from their cars, watching hungrily, though their attention stayed fixed on Sean. If he refused, I'd likely get claimed right on my crush's doorstep. Fine. Sean pressed the side button. The gate creaked open. Not one alpha moved, though I was too panicked to notice the oddity. Legally, Even a beta's home shouldn't stop determined alphas during Independence Day. As I stepped halfway through, a crimson-haired alpha growled, "Tricking omegas into your den. Cheap move." Though addressing Sean, his eyes burned into my exposed neck. Sean shrugged. "He's here willingly." I scurried to Sean's side. "Totally voluntary. You ugly freaks." Blushing furiously, I stood on tiptoe to plant a loud kiss on his cheek, complete with cartoonish sound effect. I didn't dare check Sean's expression, which was probably stormier than a hurricane. Chin lifted, I smirked at the alpha mob across the lawn. Survival adrenaline made me reckless. I flipped my hair to expose my scent gland. "Come on then. Claim me." The gate clanged shut, leaving only our synchronized breathing in the sudden silence. Sean looked murderous. His palm covered my neck. "Stop." "Why?" "They can't reach us now." His thumb brushed my gland, sending electric shivers down my spine. "Oh, don't. Quiet." He pressed a finger to my lips. "I never owed you shelter." Though he barely touched me, the weight of his presence felt suffocating, utterly unnatural for a beta. "Why, you'll kick me out?" "I'm genuinely terrified now, and don't dare act tough anymore." Cowering submissively, I plead, "I'm sorry. Please don't kick me out. I'll really die out there." "Relax." Sean raises an eyebrow, visibly amused. "I won't let anyone claim you." Relief floods through me. "Thanks. You're actually decent." "I should apologize for bad-mouthing you to Liam behind your back, for blocking your door threats, for all those petty power plays." Sean tilts his head with casual indifference. "Did that happen?" "Can't recall." "No apologies needed." My words die in my throat. What kind of person risks opening their door to a rival during Independence Day chaos? Who dismisses betrayal with breezy amnesia to spare guilt? Maybe I've misjudged this enemy-turned-savior. Sean gestures to his living room. "Use the satellite phone if you want. I'm sure you'd rather have Liam here instead." "Oh." A blush while grabbing the device, our only working comms during the blackout. This means everything. When Sean doesn't immediately release the handset, I tug harder. Is he worried about call charges? I'll pay the fees. Unnecessary. His jaw tightens as he relinquishes it. Use it freely. True to his warning, Liam's line keeps ringing. I can't buy the phone waiting for callback. Sean maintains polite distance on the couch. "Your heat cycle?" he asks suddenly. "Delayed since presentation?" Touching my slightly warm scent gland. I shrug. Survival adrenaline probably suppressed it. "Why?" Sean hums thoughtfully. "Rest in the guest room. I'll wake you for calls." Too exhausted from the death race escape to refuse. I gulp the water he offers before collapsing into lavender-scented sheets. The heat hits like wildfire hours later, sweet lychee pheromones saturating the room. Blaming Sean's overzealous thermostat, I stumble seeking relief. The door swings open as I slump against it, landing flush against Sean's chest. Any callback? I pant. None. His cool lips brush my burning ear. When his warm hand touches my cheek, I instinctively chase the fleeting relief. "You're burning up." His voice turns gravelly. "Need help?" "Inhibitors?" "None here." Sean steps back, muttering something about omega presentation sense before dragging me to the bathroom. Cold water slams my body through soaked clothes. Gasp, clawing at the shower controls until Sean pins my wrists. His other hand hikes up my drenched shirt. "Cooling you down?" He rasps against my neck. Rationality wars with primal need as I arch into his touch. Enemy. Savior. Tormentor. All dissolving in the steam. Sean turned off the faucet and wrapped me in a bath towel. "Enough? You'll catch a cold." I changed into Sean's bathrobe. His tall frame made the collar hang loosely around me. Yet I caught a faint scent lingering on the fabric. Cologne? Like smoldering campfire would when inhaled deeply. shifting to fresh wood shavings when the distance grew. It matched Sean's essence perfectly, grounded and comforting. Normally, I'd adore this aroma, just not during my heat cycle. His composed demeanor now felt like exquisite torture. Curled into the sofa corner, Sean's robe draped over my shaking shoulders. The trembling wouldn't stop. Sean knelt on the couch with one knee, leaning in with a whiskey tumbler. Cold, mistaking my shivers for chill. He draped a blanket over me. His fingers trailed down my spine as he adjusted the covering. Was I imagining things? When I tried shrugging it off, he bound my wrists to the armrest with his necktie. Drink. He pressed the glass to my lips. It'll help. Unless you want pneumonia. I turned away from the harsh liquor smell, only to have my jaw seized. Whiskey burned down my throat as he forced a sip, the liquid escaping down my chin. My struggles to free my hands ended with both wrists pinned above my head. The blanket slipped during our tussle, exposing my shoulder. Sean's gaze darkened. Yet he merely readjusted the rope. Don't catch cold. My intended push against his chest mutated into clutching his robe belt. When he moved to stand, my knees instinctively trapped his hips. The smartwatch locked around my ankle beeped frantically as my pulse skyrocketed. I tried kicking it off, but Sean gripped my ankle. Heart rate this high. Body temperature spiking too. Ethan, this isn't how one reacts to their rival. Horror flooded me. What was I doing? Yearning for my rival's touch? The whiskey glass caught my eye, still containing its spherical ice core. I lunged to douse myself, but Sean intercepted. Wasteful. I can't. I buried my face in the robe's collar, desperately inhaling his scent. Like any omega craving alpha pheromones. I crave this. Sean sighed, removing the ice sphere from his drink. Meltwater traced his forearm as he positioned the glacial orb over my feverish scent gland. Look closely, he murmured, dragging the ice down my nape. Who am I? Oh. I arched violently at the shock of cold. Sean anchored me with an arm around my waist, continuing the glacial trail along my spine. The chill helps you think straight, doesn't it? My hands feebly pushed at his chest, yet clenched his shirt when the ice reached my hips. And bitten back whimpers escaped despite my efforts. I know. Say it. He pressed the half-melted ice to my lips, thumb stroking my jaw. Sean sneered, gripping my chin. You're actually in heat for me, aren't you? No. I instinctively denied, my voice trembling. This is just normal omega physiology. He raised an eyebrow, fingertips brushing my feverish gland. Whether intentional or accidental, or that infuriating middle ground, his touch sent electric currents through my body. The bedroom filled with cloying, leechy pheromones as my knees buckled. Burning up, his palm absorbed the gland's heat. Mocking laughter rumbling in his chest. No wonder you're. Exactly. I slapped his hand away, staggering upright. This would happen with anyone. Has nothing to do with you. My flushed skin betrayed me. Every fabric brush against oversensitive nerves making me shudder. When his breath ghosted over my ear, the rush of blood turned lobes crimson. Sean caught me mid-collapse. Arm steel band around my waist. Can't even stand. Still playing tough? I didn't ask for your help. My traitorous voice cracked. You didn't need to ask. His thumb traced my lower lip. Your thighs locked around me quite eloquently earlier. The grandfather clocks ticking grew thunderous. What time is it? 11. 11 what? He glanced at his Rolex. 56. Thank God, the relieved whisper slipped out. Sean's expression darkened instantly. Counting seconds until Liam rescues you. His knee pressed between my thighs, forcing me onto satin sheets. Can't wait for his mark. Can you? Every cell screamed to arch into him. Not Liam, I choked out. Just admiration. Then why the tears? He swiped at my cheeks with frightening gentleness. Hate me that much? Sandalwood pheromones fogged my brain. Can't I be glad this nightmare's ending? You want to watch me beg my rival? My pathetic shove barely wrinkled his shirt. Sean caught my wrist, bringing it to his pounding carotid. 11:59:49. I rasped, trembling fingers on his watch. Ethan Walsh, so clever. His Cheshire grin chilled my marrow. You understand now. 10 seconds. I pleaded. Let me get my... Not even one. Frost edged his velvet tone. The clock hand jumped. My phone buzzed at midnight. Sean's lips crushed mine in final defiance. Sweet. Brutal. And over before the second chime. He released me with a shove toward the door. Run along, then. Let's see how long before you come crawling back. The slammed door echoed his laughter. I stumbled down the Davidson Mansion's marble stairs. Lychee and Sandalo still warring in my veins. Liam's headlights cut through the driveway mist. But all I tasted was Sean's last whisper. You'll remember whose scent kept you sane tonight. What do you mean? Sean wasn't as simple as he appeared. His smile made my skin crawl. Didn't I tell you already? I won't let anyone else claim you. I used all my strength to break free from Sean's grip. You're just a beta. What the hell are you talking about? I'm disappointed. How could you go back on your word? I counted down the seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The antique grandfather clock in Sean's foyer chimed. Midnight. Finally. This goddamn judgment day was over. I regained my cocky grin. No idea what you're babbling about. Time's up. I'm out of here. Then I saw Sean pull out rose gold bracelets from the nightstand. Holy shit. Those weren't bracelets. They were fucking handcuffs. Sean, it's past midnight. This is illegal. I wanted to give you a chance. Sean closed in, ripping off his $300,000 watch and tossing it across the room. The crystal face shattered against hardwood. If you just said you'd stay willingly, but you had to be difficult. You're insane. Let me go. I'll have you locked up for life. I struggled helplessly as cold metal snapped around my wrists, chaining me to the bedpost. Would I? Sean yanked open blackout curtains. Blinding sunlight flooded the room, freezing the blood in my veins. Seems I miscalculated. It's actually noon. Bullshit. This is the next day already. Want to test that theory? Sean knelt beside the bed, twirling the handcuff key around his finger. His gaze pinned me like a butterfly specimen. This time, I won't let you back in. I swallowed hard. Not worth the gamble. Time to play the moral card. You drugged me. Triggered my heat, didn't you? Unlike you, I don't need cheap tricks. Sean peeled off the flesh-toned scent patch at his nape. Just melatonin in your water. Thought you'd need help relaxing after being chased all night. Though I'm flattered you think me capable of such villainy. Dominant alpha pheromones exploded through the room, rich sandalwood that I'd mistaken for cologne. My knees buckled as the scent hit me. He was right. No drugs needed when his biological warfare worked this well. Since when did I claim to be a beta? You're the one who threw yourself at me first. Bastard. Coming from you. That's practically foreplay. Sean traced my jawline, thumb brushing the sweat beading at my temple. His other hand gripped my hip, forcing me to meet his predatory gaze. Does it hurt? The heat? I could have handled it until he removed that damn patch. Now my blood felt like molten lava. My swollen gland pulsed. Sweet lychee pheromones tangling with his wood smoke scent until the air grew syrupy. Not at all. I gasped, tears leaking despite my clenched teeth. Strands of hair stuck to my flushed cheeks. Sean pressed my palm against his throbbing scent gland. Feel that? Which of us burns hotter? I tried curling my fingers away, but he forced them open against his feverish skin. Helpless. I buried my face in his chest. My teeth grazed his shoulder in a pathetic attempt to bite. Want it? His fingers carted through my sweat-drenched hair with mock tenderness. Big, let go. Sean smeared liquid pheromones across my lips, thick alpha essence dripping like honey. His thumb parted them, the intoxicating scent flooding my mouth. Still feeling talkative. Little Omega? He closed the door and left. I curled up on the bed, desperately licking the lingering pheromones from my lips, craving even the faintest comfort. Instead, it only amplified the burning heat coursing through me. Burying my face in Sean's robe, I trembled uncontrollably. My teeth sank into my lower lip as silent tears soaked the sheets. Please. The please slipped past my haze of desperation before I could swallow it. Big? I choked back a sob, muffling the sound with the fabric. I couldn't surrender, not when Liam's judgmental gaze already haunted me. The door clicked open. Sean stood there holding a satellite phone in one hand and a glass clinking with ice cubes in the other. Ice or the phone? His smirk sharpened. A simple question masking a cruel ultimatum. My dignity versus Liam's opinion. PH phone. Both it is. He placed the device on the nightstand, then slid an ice cube into his mouth before crushing his lips against mine. Meltwater trickled down my neck as his tongue chased the trail. His pheromones thickened, a suffocating cloud. If I strained just enough, my fingertips could brush the phone's edge. Sean abruptly pulled away, eyes glinting. He purred, using that damned nickname. All you need to do is lean away from my scent to reach it. Why not try? The satellite phone buzzed. A lunge he intercepted, answering with mocking calm. Yes? No issues here. That noise? Oh, just company. My blood froze. Who was listening? Did Liam already know I was here, in Sean's bed? Sean drawled after hanging up, thumb wiping my tear-stained cheek. So terrified of Liam finding out. Ever wonder why he's ignoring your calls? His smile turned predatory. He's hunting. Typical alpha behavior. Don't believe me? I'll play his voicemail for you later. You're no better. I spat, the retort dissolving into a shuddering gasp. At least he chases his prey. You just wait for victims to stumble into your trap. I adore that metaphor. His fingers traced my spine, circling the hollow above my hips, the erogenous zone hypersensitive during heat cycles. Makes you sound eager. A broken laugh escaped me. Eager? You should have seen how I chased Liam freshman year. Sean's grip tightened instantly. His gaze turned feral as his palms slid lower. Careful, Ethan. We both know you're in no state to reminisce about him. The warning vibrated against my neck, his teeth grazing the mating gland. Not when your body's begging for my bite. Sean deliberately whispered in my ear. Has Liam ever touched you? Kissed you? I shook my head, but Sean chuckled darkly. Does he know how you tremble in my arms? I tilted my head back, eyes glistening with unshed tears. Teeth sinking into my swollen lower lip to stifle any sounds. The sheen of sweat on my throat reflected Sean's burning gaze. He knew I was at breaking point. Could feel every involuntary response thrumming through me. Beg me, and I'll help you. Agony. I felt like a fish trapped in tepid water. Sean's palm pressing mercilessly against my gills. Please. Please what? Beg me to claim you? Or to let you go? His fingertips circled my scent gland, each rotation sending electric currents down my spine. When he suddenly pressed hard, my back arched involuntarily. Please, let me go. Sean's eyes darkened like whirlpools threatening to consume me. Ethan. Even now, his gaze dropped meaningfully. You're still resisting. What does that Harper bastard have that I don't? I bit through my own hand, metallic blood flooding my mouth. The pain cleared my fogged mind for precious seconds. This isn't about Liam. Or you. I simply refuse. Your precious Independence Day is a joke. Why should Omegas wait for Alpha's choosing? I'll make my own decisions, clear-headed choices I won't regret. I admit your sin drives me wild. There were moments I nearly surrendered. But this is just heat hormones talking. Even if Liam were here, I'd... The long speech left me panting. Through tear-blurred vision, I saw Sean's expression shift. His obsidian eyes held something fragile, like he might shatter. My chest ached strangely. Have it your way, Ethan. Sean produced an inhibitor, jabbing it into my arm. You'll never forgive me, will you? Everything I do backfires. Pretending to be beta only made you fall for an alpha. All my efforts pushed you toward Liam instead. That day you came accusing me. Nothing I said mattered. He laughed bitterly. I'm glad you came today. A true businessman seizes opportunities. I planned to seduce you. Hear you beg for my claim. Keep you forever bound to me. But his words confused me. Pretending to be beta? What efforts? Since when did I fall for Liam? Before I could ask, Sean continued. I'll take you home. The streets aren't safe. You're really letting me go. I've tried every trick. Can't force you. Can I? His puppy dog expression looked absurd with the handcuffs still around my wrists. Just tell me why. Is it my cooking? What cooking? The inhibitor worked fast. I fumbled with the keys he offered. The meals Liam delivered. You said takeout got boring. I thought you liked. Realization struck. The lunchboxes with subtle sandalwood scent, not Liam's citrus aroma. For 6 months. 3 daily meals plus snacks, all prepared by my supposed rival. But Liam claimed they were his. I'd even overlooked his omega flings because of those damn meals. Truth was, I never really cared for Liam himself. Now Sean revealed the one thing I liked about Liam wasn't even his. Had I fallen for Liam's imitation of Sean? Did I ever truly? My head spun. The keys clicked open. Sean's whisper hung in the air like gunpowder residue. Take care. The door slammed behind me, leaving only the ghost of sandalwood and unanswered questions. Am I still saying I like Sean? But when I was at my lowest, Liam comforted me. He said I was his muse. He always gave me the right choice when I felt trapped. Sean reached out to touch me, but withdrew. His voice utterly exhausted. Didn't Liam tell you those words were actually from me? The meals were cooked by me, too. I asked Liam to deliver them since he's your senior. I wanted to approach you slowly, afraid you'd find me too eager. Then why did you accuse me of breaking promises before? Because I clearly remember you saying you hated arrogant alphas. That's why I pretended to be a beta to get close to you. Yet somehow, you fell for Liam, another alpha. I didn't know what to say. If Sean's telling the truth, what have I done? I sabotaged him at work, threatened him, if I see you near my crush again, I'll end you in 3 days. But it's okay. Since you started seeing me as a rival, we've talked more. I can openly watch you now. Honestly, that makes me happy. My brain short-circuited. Those triumphant looks he gave me were actually love-struck gazes. I needed to escape. In this mess, I couldn't tell who I truly liked anymore. Sean, I'm sorry. Strangely, he now reminded me of a palace concubine driven mad by neglect. Give me time to sort this out. We're even after you saved me. No hard feelings. Sean drove my rented Lamborghini to take me home. My heart sank when I saw multiple long scratches on the body, probably from those chasing alphas earlier. No cameras meant no insurance claim, and repair costs could hit $700,000. I'd rented this for my friend's bar opening to show off. Sean materialized beside me. Oops. My bad for the scratches. Go rest. I'll handle the rental company. But I caused, let's discuss tomorrow. Go home. My pheromones on you will keep you safe. I grabbed his sleeve. Really? It's my fault. I can't pay. He smiled tiredly. Just rest. Believe it or not, I only put melatonin in your water. I did believe. The moment Sean gave me that inhibitor shot, all doubts vanished. Today being Independence Day, he could have claimed any privilege over me. Yet despite constant teasing, he never forced a bond before getting my consent. The next workday, Sean's inhibitor patch was gone. His sandalwood scent kept drifting my way. When the rental company texted about settled damages, I rushed to his office, only to falter at his pheromones by the door. I said I'd pay. Sean had bandaged arms and a scabbed brow. What happened? Nothing. Fell asleep driving to the rental place. Crashed into landscaping. Airbags deployed. Car totaled. Your scratches are nothing. I hated not being stupid enough to pretend. My chest ached. Badly hurt. Scratches. Liam's coming later. Want to hear his alibi? I waved it off. At this point, whether Liam joined the hunt meant nothing. Hell, Liam himself meant nothing now. Sean looked frantic. You'll just run? Don't care if he participated. Then what you care about? Whether you'll still bring me lunches. I froze at my own words. Is this appropriate? Is this ethical? To say, I still want to eat your cooking to someone who just survived the car accident with bandaged arms? I'm such a scumbag. Sean pulled me inside and locked the door. My anxious heart settled until he started rummaging for suppressants. Sean, I love your scent. I hugged him from behind. More. Please? I craved the sandalwood serenity representing his calm warmth. Listeners, we now enter the thrilling countdown phase. I'm sober. I showed him fresh needle marks. Did this on purpose. Please mark me. Sean's canines grazed my gland repeatedly without biting. Frustrated, I choked out, do it or not. Don't you want me? He blinked. Marking you now would be taking advantage. At this point you're still missing one sentence. Realization struck. I love you. Sean, not your shadow you. Before his teeth pierced my neck, I yelled, one more thing. Why is an alpha playing hard to get? Postmarking. Sean kissed me repeatedly. Finally, I huffed. Pursue people properly next time. No more middlemen taking cuts. I cursed at Liam. The week-long heat cycle had just begun.